Yeah, a piece of news that was put out yesterday about when they're going to lift, well, when they're not, when they are. Just look at what they're saying.
Still don't know about coronavirus and what comes next. The Health Secretary here today to answer some of the thousands of questions submitted by Sky News viewers. And the first one about this man, Professor Neil Ferguson, who was until last night a key advisor to the government, forced to resign after breaking the lockdown rules he helped design.
This man has had to resign because he broke the rules he set for everyone else. God, I think it's a police matter. The man who made the rules for everyone else has been suspended. It's all part of the game anyway, whatever game they're playing. But I mean, how ridiculous and pathetic is that? Come on, everybody. Come on.
The social distancing rules are there for everyone, and they're incredibly important and they're deadly serious.
Should he be prosecuted?
Well, that you can imagine what my views are, but that is absolutely a matter.
I can't imagine. Tell me.
It's a matter for the police.
Other questions people want answering. When might they go back to work, be reunited with family, send their kids back to school?
It's tempting to give concrete answers, but the problem
Our
is...
viewers just want something that they can look towards.
Of course they do. And I think, I'm not, dodging the question. I'm answering really directly. We don't know.
How are you going to handle the new Labour leader, Prime Minister?
Questions not just from the public, but from MPs too. The Prime Minister out of number 10 to the Commons for his first appearance there in 6 weeks.
It is good to be back, even though I've been away for longer than I had intended.
And during his absence, the UK's death toll has climbed at a devastating pace.
He said that many people were looking at the apparent success of the government's approach.
How can this man stand there and include every single death as a COVID death when they're not actually now reporting, excuse me everybody, but those that have died of cancer or heart attacks, strokes, whatever it is, and that basically now if you break your arm and you die, you're a COVID death when it was nothing to do with that. And this man stands there and all he's doing is piping up everything for you to see so that you're believing that something's being done or somebody's saying something, but they're not. They're just playing their part in the game.
But yesterday we learned, tragically, that at least 29,427 people in the UK have now lost their lives to this dreadful virus. That's now the highest number in Europe. It's the second highest in the world. That's not success.
I don't think that international comparisons and the data is yet there to draw the conclusions that we want.
The argument that international comparisons can't really be made when the government's been using slides like this for weeks to do international comparison just really doesn't hold water. The UK was slow into lockdown, slow on testing, slow on tracing, and slow on the supply of protective equipment.
People want to know how we get out of lockdown. Labour pushing to hear the plan.
Will the Prime Minister give him that reassurance by setting out his plan as he says he will? Or will he come to this House on Monday to present that plan?
We'll want, if we possibly can, to get going with some of these measures on Monday. I think it would be a good thing, Mr. Speaker, if people had an idea of what's coming.
The Prime Minister wants to tweak the lockdown as early as Monday. Well, what might that look like? The senior minister tells me that could mean reopening smaller shops and outdoor workplaces, but they are still looking at the data. The watchword in all of this is caution. Stamping on the accelerator, just too dangerous. Think of this more as slowly lifting your foot off the brake. The PM wants to lift the lockdown nationally, but devising a roadmap to navigate a disease you still don't fully understand is difficult. The government desperate to avoid a second peak, but expect bumps along the road. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.
We're going to do the right side of his head, and then when I've finished this part, we're going to look at the left side of his face. Anyway, there you go. He now has the blue on him. It's impossible. He's a totally different sitting in front of it. There should be no connection with behind. But those to be now sort of, for a little bit, embedded in him. You see it around here? Look at that. What is that? There's a reflection going on there. Still, I've slowed it right down. Reflection thing going on here. This isn't right. So let's whiz it on because we know that that's not right. There we go. Look at that blue on him. See, it's actually there. His mouth's not working right there. We're going to stop a second and have a look at that. I don't even know if we know what we're looking at. I couldn't zoom it in anymore, but we have no idea what we're looking at. Look at that. I can't get it to go down because I might have to go back to the original one, but look at his mouth here. Where's his mouth? Here. Do you see that? I'm gonna have to go in. Hang on. Over here. Let's go into zoom in so we can take a better look at his mouth. Yeah, so we go here. That mouth looks quite suspect to me. It's how they're deep faking it. Look at that. Just look at that. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit more. Yeah, because it's on the edge of the page, really. See that? Maybe it's a woman. Look at those lips. Anyway, on to the next bit. A letter or number, an S, or he looks gruesome, doesn't he? He does. Yeah. Some code or something like that, code letter. Anyway, we're going to have a look at him again. Now we're going to go to the left side of his face. And I don't think that looks right either. There you go. Just watch the left-hand side of his face. Down this bit. Didn't happen. Look at that there. Look. Let's play that again. So you can see, do you see the distortion in the blue? Do you see it? Here it is, look. Look at that. Do you see he's part of the blue thing? They've moulded together. Play this bit again and get ready up here. Look at that. Do you see that? Already can see that.